Much like the road to WrestleMania, wrestling news really has no breaks, does it? Well, hang on tight, because it's going to be a wild ride. I am Extreme League Wrestling, and welcome to The 5 Count, where I go over 5 pro wrestling news stories you might have missed this week in under 5 minutes because, you know, life gets really busy, and Phil, buddy, we can't always look at your Instagram story all day. Number 1, Cody Rhodes is a pirate. It was reported back in January that Ricky Starks was spotted at the Alamo Dome to support Cody Rhodes in his Royal Rumble victory. And I guess you could say the roads to friendship goes both ways. During an interview with Good Karma Wrestling, the American Nightmare had divulged that he actually did check out the latest AEW pay-per-view in order to support his absolute friend. The grandson of a plumber did have loose lips when it came to this interview though, admitting that he was sent a pirated link in order to check out the pay-per-view. Now Cody, you wouldn't steal a car, why would you steal an AEW pay-per-view stream? Well, hopefully, after he gets that big WrestleMania payday from dethroning the Tribal Chief, he'll have enough to shell out the $60 for BR Live. Number 2, Alexa Bliss's cancer scare. Bliss revealed earlier this week that she had gone under treatment for skin cancer. Luckily, treatment has gone off without a hitch, and we would like to send our well wishes to Alexa Bliss and her family and friends at this time. Get well soon, Alexa. Number 3, Super Showdown Down Under. With all pandemic-era restrictions being lifted like Thanos snapped them out of thin air, WWE has been expanding with more international shows in the past year. In 2022, we saw the amazing Clash at the Castle. In 2023, we are also looking to get Money in the Bank live from London, England. Oh yeah, and King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. Donate to Sammy for Syria, by the way. Well, it looks like under Triple H, they're going to be trotting this globe a little bit more. From the Wrestling Observer, WWE is in discussions with the Australian government about holding a large show at some point in the city of Perth. WWE hasn't returned to the land down under since 2018's Super Showdown, and I personally think it would be a great homecoming show for one mommy. Number 4, GCW sues AEW ? It goes without saying, AEW has had their fair share of legal incidences happening in the past year, and they might just be on the precipice of another one. But this case in particular has to do with AEW Fight Forever. It has been reported that GCW owner Brett Lauderdale is intending to sue AEW over their use of the term Fight Forever. Lauderdale's case is basically built around the fact that GCW held a 24-hour wrestling marathon on Fight TV in 2021 under the same name of Fight Forever. And if Lauderdale is able to take this to court, it would of course delay the release of the game, and somewhere Kenny Omega is having a conniption fit right now. Lauderdale has commented that he has no intention on actually suing AEW, but you know what they say in the wrestling business, never say never. And finally, number 5. CM Punk shoots on AEW. Okay, let's just get this over with and talk about it. In case you have been under a rock over the past few days and just have not had internet, CM Punk posted and then deleted a lengthy statement on his feud with Jon Moxley upon his return to AEW pre-All Out Brawl Out. Long story short, he stated that Tony Khan pressured him to come back while he was injured, Mox's ideas were dumb, and that he hated his Rocky 3 idea that he ended up doing, and that also Chris Jericho was a stooge. While this is not a great sign for CM Punk to return back to AEW, this might also have some legal ramifications to it as well, because multiple AEW wrestlers, including some involved in the All Out Brawl Out, stated that they cannot legally talk about it, and then Punk just went ahead and subtweeted everybody. Look, regardless on whose side you're on, this has gotten freaking ridiculous at this point. These are all grown men acting like children, and they have a rabid fan base on both sides who is willing to go at war with each other, creating a civil war among AEW and professional wrestling fans. So in order to not sound oxymoronic, here's my TikTok on the situation. This has gotten idiotic, stupid, and outrageous. And look, I'm a CM Punk fan through and through. Like, I am a CM Punk fan. But regardless of how the situation went down, Punk agreed to it, period. He showed up on TV, he did the match with Mox. And at the end of the day, despite who is right and who is wrong, these are grown men, professionals. There's a professional there before professional wrestler. When the All Out Brawl Out occurred, I agreed that everyone was at fault, and this isn't making the situation. If CM Punk legitimately cannot work with others and his ego gets in the way too much, it pains me to say this, but maybe he should never step back into a wrestling ring. If you cannot play well with others, you cannot work in a field where you have to work with others. Period. And trust me, AEW's hands aren't clean in this either. Chris really shouldn't have posted what he posted on his Instagram story, subtweeting, substorying, whatever, the whole Punk Instagram story delete. The thing that irritates me the most is that fanboys for either side are going to come out and start attacking each other, and that's the last thing we need in the professional wrestling landscape, period. Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of The 5 Count. If you want to watch this a day early, go ahead and subscribe to Cole TV and watch this first thing when it premieres live on PW60. Thank you guys so much for watching Extreme League Wrestling. We'll catch you next time, and always remember, I've got till 5.